there was another time where he had blessed the people of the Vrindavan, all these local people living around him, that he is the divine, he is the supreme power. Where, he was trying to teach the villagers, these innocent people, that if there is anything that is worth for them to worship, is the nature itself. So to me, Krishna actually, he was a very big fan of loving and nurturing the nature, protecting the trees, the forests. So, as there was a festival where everyone worships Indra for the rain. And Krishna said, oh, why do we have to worship Indra? There is something much more bigger than him. If there is anything we should worship our mountains, our trees, our rivers, as these are the ones giving us food, they are giving us shelter, they are giving us everything we need. Now, gradually, as you know, with his love and with his leelas, with his mysticism and all that, people accepted, like, let's do it. Now, obviously, the Indra, he got very angry and upset about it, and he said, "Wow, I'm going to come and teach you all the lesson." So he with his, out of his anger, with his rage, he sort of started to thunderstorm and the rain, and with the rain got so heavy that the floods started to rise, water started to rise. All these people in the village, they were panicking. Krishna said, "Don't panic, be fearless, just follow me." So he took all of them to this mountain of the Vrindavan, Govardhan mountain. And he picked up the mountain on his left hand, one finger, and on other hand, obviously, he was still playing the flute. So carry on, So Krishna, he lifted the Govardhan, this mountain, on his one finger, and then he was still playing the flute. And sort of he was sort of, in the pictures, the stories, sort of he has taken the same sort of posture that we see. He's standing in middle with a bit of the dance mudra, or we call it the mudita mudra, where you just so happy into this dance pose. And then all his friends, the gopikas, the cowherd, these little boys, they all kind of, no one actually realized what's happening. So they all used each one of their stick, and they were just holding the mountain as if they were holding the mountain on their sticks. And after a couple of days, as gradually Indra realized that it was his mistake, that Krishna is the divine, the supreme consciousness, and he has no sort of, I guess, the equal sort of strength or the power to go against Krishna. So he came forward and he sort of asked, seek for forgiveness, and said, Krishna, please forgive me. Now, at this point, all these boys and the whole of the Vrindavan realizes that they were living around Krishna, who is not just a little loving and naughty, a sort of like, a cheeky boy. He is the absolute divine, the supreme consciousness. And suddenly their behavior around Krishna changed. So what Krishna did then, actually, with his yoga maya, he made them all to clean wipe those memories, so they can all just remember him as a loving friend, or the child around him.